The truth about the human soul. Everyone knows about the mind and the body, and that the mind controls the body. But what controls the mind? There are a few theories about what drives the mind in our individual ways of thinking, but as religion would say, it only seems possible that everyone has an individual soul. Our bodies could very likely just be the host of our humanity. Even science has pushed so far to say that the existence of the human soul may actually be proven. If both science and religion are behind the notion, then there must be some sort of possibility, some merit to what is the thing that controls every body. The individual characteristics of your personality, and why you think the way you think, must be due to some force, some existence. It's such a difficult topic to truly understand because there isn't actually much there to dissect. It's either we all have a soul or we don't. Think about this. If we didn't have a human soul, then why do we all have different personalities? What would make our personalities different than the next person's? If all of our brains are designed in a similar way, if our bodies, depending on if you are male or female, are designed similarly as well, we all begin with the same organs and body parts, so why is every human so different? Sure, you can say that we all grow up differently, but there are people who grow up in the same environment and home. Sure, they can be a little different because of some of the experiences they have over the years, but a person's personality does not really change all that much over the course of their life, unless something major causes that change. Why do we all end up different from one another regardless of any major events in our lives? There has to be some other force that drives our brains, which leads me to believe that the soul, or the spirit, is a real thing. And what if the human soul really doesn't die, and we all are constantly reborn, with our memories of our previous lives lost? What if after our host bodies die of old age or disease, our souls simply carry on to find a new host? One that is fresh and full of life, a baby that was just born or shortly after. I've always wondered why still to this day, I cannot remember anything before the age of 2. Is that because my brain simply wasn't developed enough? That's what I believe anyway, but you can never really know for sure, as I'm sure there are people who can remember things before the age of 2. A lot of people nowadays do not believe in religious ways and what some religions stand for. Personally, I do believe in religion, although I am not anyone to ask a quote from the Bible, but I also believe that science plays an important part in our understanding of the world. One that serves as an answer to those who need to see the proof with their own eyes in many cases. However, in this case in particular, religion seems to have come out on top, because as much as science has developed, I do not believe there's any actual way that it will be able to prove that the human soul exists. We all know there is something there, but because we cannot see it, because there is no actual measure of it, it causes many of us to disregard it completely. But just as global warming wasn't always believed in, once we started to see the effects, people began to believe it was a real thing, and it is. If the human soul really is an entity of some sort that exists forever in different hosts, then how many human souls exist? I remember being told when I was younger that each star represented a person who had passed away, and I remember seeing too many stars in the sky to count. Maybe there is some truth to that, as science has said before that all humans are formed from stardust. Maybe that is the link between religion and science, as one provides the ideas and the other the rationale. But of course, I will save that conversation for another video. Thank you all for watching, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you all in the next one. Oh, and before I forget, happy holidays.